Hi there, my name is Michelle Tanner with Preferred Shore Real Estate and the Tanner Group, and I am in downtown Sarasota, and I'm just going to give you a little overview on our market, what's happening now, and what we might expect in the future. So the market is definitely heating up. I'm sure you've heard the news that inventory is low. And we'll go a little bit in here. Supply is extremely limited, and there are simply not as many homes for sale to meet the demand among potential buyers. More supply and more listings are needed to provide faster recovery for the economy. And that's from Lawrence Yun, the chief economist with the National Association of Realtors. And we are seeing that on a national scale in most markets, but not all. But we are definitely seeing that across Sarasota and Manatee counties. So why is our market so strong? So since 1988, the rents have been going up. They have been increasingly going up, and what that does to people who are renting is they may consider a cheaper alternative. And currently, in most situations, if somebody has decent credit and they can qualify for a loan, they might be able to pay less on a monthly basis than they're paying in current rent. And if you're interested, we can definitely show you how. U.S. home ownership percentage rates are on the rise, and you can see 65% for 2020, and it's the highest level in 8 years for U.S. home ownership. Interest rates. So this was just taken from Freddie Mac last week on 7/23, July 23rd, and it's showing you where interest rates are currently. Of course, once you do meet with a lender, and we have preferred lenders we can definitely connect you with, so it all is based on your credit and your income and all of that. But this is the weekly average mortgage rates, and you can see with the 30-year fixed, it's right around 3%. That is amazing. The adjustable rate mortgage, which is a 5-in-1 ARM, is just over 3%. And the 15-year fixed mortgage is just above 2.5%. Those are incredible rates. So if you're on the fence to see if you want to continue renting or if you're thinking about purchasing, we can definitely help you with that. And the interesting thing is, say you were looking a year ago, you can go back to a year ago or even 6 months ago for where the rates are. If those have gone down either by 1% or 0.5% since you started to look, you might be able to afford more house now. So say you were only looking up to $250 and interest rates have decreased, what we can do is connect you with a lender, and you can see you might be able to afford more house now because interest rates are cheaper. So with the shutdown due to coronavirus, a lot of people stayed home and did not leave. And after that pause, we're seeing that home sellers are gearing up to list their homes with the opening of the economy. And plenty of buyers also seem ready to take advantage of the low mortgage rates and the stability. So there may be some pent up demand from when everybody was sitting at home. And also what I find is a lot of families like to move during the summer when kids are not in school and life is not as chaotic. And we're also seeing an influx of people moving from out of state. So you're going to have people that are going to relocate here, and then you're also going to have people that are going to want to buy a second home. So if we look at where we're at right now, where we're in a recession, and you look that a recession does not always equal a housing crisis. This is a health crisis currently. This is not a housing crisis. So a recession might not negatively affect our industry like it might affect other industries. So if you look at the last 5 recessions, there was only 2 of those that affected our housing market in a negative way. And the biggest one was the crash in 2008, but that was a housing crisis. But if you look at the other recessions, 1980, 1981, and 2001, those actually, we had an increase in housing market, so it did not negatively affect us. So always good to keep in mind that a recession does not necessarily mean that we're going to have a housing crisis. So low inventory continues to drive median home prices up. So because we have low inventory, we are seeing the prices go up a little bit. So this just shows from the Sarasota County statistics. So if you look at June from a year ago, you can see that the median sales price was $315,000 and the average sales price was $397,000, almost $398,000. And if you look at that overview from June of 2020, that went from $315,000 last year to $325,000, and that is a 3.2% increase. And then if you look at the average sales price from $398,000 to $419,000, for the average sales price, that is up 5.4%. You're also seeing the median time to contract. So 49 days was about a year ago, 56 days median time to contract for June of 2020. You can also see the months of supply of inventory at the bottom there. It was about 3.6 a year ago in June, and June of 2020, this is for Sarasota County, 2.6. So that's pretty impressive to see what our market is doing right now. So this is July. So we're in the 29th day of July. So we just wanted to give an overview since that last slide was from June, that we currently, this is just for the city of Sarasota, not for the county, we have 437 active listings. We have 720 pending or under contract, and we have 620 that sold thus far in July. So if you look at those numbers, you can see that our pendings are definitely up, and our actives, we need more. We definitely have a listing shortage. If 720 properties are going under contract in the month of July, and there's only 437 active. So pending sales are definitely up at this moment. So this is a year-to-date review of Sarasota, the city of Sarasota. So currently, overall, in all of Sarasota, there is 1,886 active listings. We have 1,340 pending. And then I just wanted to show you how high our pending sales are by showing you what sold in the past 60 days. So in the past 60 days, we had 1,154 properties close. So that number is what sold in the last 60 days is lower than the current pendings. So that is definitely showing the increase of what's happened month over month and where we're at today. So the actives are very short, and you'll see that we basically need a lot more listings. So with that being said, if you were thinking about selling a year from now and you weren't sure what to do, please reach out and talk to us, and we can let you know what your home's current value is and basically what your competition looks like to see if it might be a good time to sell now. It could be a great time to move up where you're buying a bigger house or a more expensive house because you're taking advantage of the great prices in the market, and you're also going to take advantage of the low interest rates. So this is kind of a perfect storm for having that situation. As we said, inventory is down. So with the coronavirus, what we're doing to keep you guys safe is we do have the availability to do almost everything virtually. We can have virtual buyer consultations. We can e-sign all documents. So say you don't want to see us in person at all and you want to do everything virtually, that can be arranged. Say you want to do portions of the real estate transaction virtually, we can do that too. So we can customize it however you wish to make sure you're comfortable and it's an enjoyable process from beginning to end. So the virtual buyer consultations, we can do that via Zoom or we can do it via FaceTime. We can e-sign all the documents, and It's so easy as long as you have access to a computer, and you can even do it on your phone. The 3D tours of all our listings, we have that via Matterport, and I'll show you that's a walkthrough where you can figure out how the floor plan flows and everything of the house. We have virtual tours available for any listing. For some reason, if the listing agent is not us and they don't have a virtual tour available, we are happy to do a virtual walkthrough via Zoom or FaceTime, just so it feels like you're walking through the house, and we can point out, you know, the positives and negatives when we're there. Virtual showings by our buyer specialists. That's when we can do the Zoom or the FaceTime if you don't want to be there in person, or also if you're out of state. I have sold many houses to people that are not in the area via FaceTime way before COVID. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, you might be sitting on your sofa somewhere and you see a house that you really want, but you're not ready to jump on a plane. We can go there, do a walkthrough with you, send you the video if that's available, and do everything virtually. You could choose to fly down for the home inspection or not, where we can have the home inspection done. We can be present for the entire home inspection, and then we can email you the inspection report and go over everything virtually. You don't have to fly down or be here in person for any of this. We're happy to, you know, be your representative for you. We do have safe showing kits available on all of our listings, and we also carry gloves, masks, and hand sanitizer should you want to meet in person, or if you're listing your house, we provide a safe showing kit at every single listing. Again, we have the no contact showings available, and we also have inspectors who will do the no contact home inspections. So say you do not want to be present at the home inspection, they can do that, and they could be happy to do a video walkthrough and also send you detailed pictures and descriptions of anything that they find in the home inspection that's wrong. This is an example of our Matterport. So basically this is a 3D showing where you can do a walkthrough virtually to see how the layout is for any property. Again, we have the video walkthroughs available. We have videos on every single one of our listings, so we can send you those videos, and it's a snapshot of the area, drone, the overview, and also the walkthrough of the property. Mentioned before, we have the safe showings kits. So we basically, you know, are just doing things a little bit differently now, as is everybody, just to keep you safe and to keep us safe. And you can feel free to read through that about, you know, hand sanitizing. We're not shaking hands. It doesn't mean we don't love you, but we're just not shaking hands and not touching as many things. For occupied homes, we might, we're going to put the gloves on and we're going to walk through the house and open any doors you like. And if you choose that you want to open the doors, if you are with us, we'll provide gloves just so we don't have to disinfect all the surfaces, especially for occupied properties. If you have any questions, I'm happy to respond. My number is 941-894-5603. You can send me a text or give me a call, or you can feel free to comment below and we'll make sure we get back to you. And just gonna wrap this up. I have my email here. It is tannersells@gmail.com, and I'm with Preferred Shore. We are a boutique brokerage downtown Sarasota, and I run the Tanner Group. So we have buyer specialists waiting for you. And also I handle the listings. So if you're curious about what your value of your home is today and how we could get that sold, whether it's occupied or not, or if you're considering purchasing a property, whether it's an investment or otherwise, please let me know. We do have people, we do have buyers looking, and they're on our property watch list. So when we see a deal that pops up, we make sure they see it first. So if you are looking for a deal in this market, we can help you with that. Whether you're an investor, first-time home buyer, we can see if we can get you pre-approved for a loan, or if you're thinking about selling. I definitely say now is the time. You can't always time the market, but we can tell you with what's going on with our prices, days to contract, and the amount of pendings that we just had in this month, that we do have a listing inventory shortage, and we'd love to help you out. So again, if you need to buy or sell, please call Michelle, and we'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much. Stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye.